Hello everybody. In today's video, oh my god, he screamed at me. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the Paladin 5th job skills. Divine Echo and Hammers of the Righteous. So Divine Echo is kind of like a party skill, even though it's not really only for the party, but it's most beneficial when you're in a party. So for you, the Paladin, it'll give you 35% final damage. And this is whether or not you're in a party. So you can still use it, it just won't be as amazing if you're not in a party. So one person in your party, if they get close enough to you, will be able to use your skills. And some of your buffs as well. So you can actually share Sacred Sanctity, which gives you invincibility, pretty much God mode for 30 seconds. You're able to actually share that with other people in your party. So here, I guess I'll show it now. So, you know, there's a pesky enemy right here, right? Well, if I use the Divine Echo, then he's actually sharing that with me, and I'm able to share my share my Sacred Sanctity with him. Not only that, but he also shares some of my buffs, some that he can't even use. Like, right now I'm sharing, what was it? Void Elemental, was it called? Elemental Force. So I'm actually sharing this skill with him, so he's gaining the 32% damage. As well as when I attack, he will also begin to attack with my attacks. So even with the hammer, he can use that as well. So it's really good for that reason, because you share the skills. And yeah, that's pretty much Divine Echo. I believe the damage that they do... Let me get rid of my hammers real quick. So I believe the damage that they do is reduced. Let me just make sure. So yeah, upon using an offensive skill, so an attacking skill, the party member will mimic you for 25% of the final damage. Okay, so yeah, it is a... Is it less? I think they do a little bit less than you. But anyway. And then the buff that you give them is only half of the buff that you use on yourself. And let's see. Oh, actually, the buff duration can be increased to be like the same duration that you have, but only if your strength is increased. So right now, it's 52% because my Paladin has 2k strength, almost 3k, and for every 1%, or for every 1000 strength that you have, 1% is added to the buff duration. So right now it's 52% of my normal buff duration. And yeah, that's about it. So like I said, you gain final damage, whether or not you're using it with a party. Thing is that when you're with a party, it'll also give them the extra hits. Or pretty much your skills. So as you can see, it's coming out of him. So I can be down here and still hit those enemies. It's really awesome. Well, anyway, I think that's all I really wanted to show with this. Well, actually, here's another thing. So if I attack with him, it's kind of like they're taking double hits. So yeah, really good for that. And then the other skill, you've probably already seen the passive effect. So, Hammers of the Righteous. Whenever you're using advanced charge, as in you're switching between... So you're switching between elements, you gain one... Well, you already saw the Paladin video, hopefully, so you want to be a Paladin. So every time you stack this, which is a max of 5, you gain one hammer that goes around you. That hammer will then continue to do damage to enemies around you. And depending on how many hammers you have, the attack speed is increased. Oh, I should also mention how many lines it does. So let's see, when it's passive, it does 2 lines. And yeah, it's not really that great. But once you activate it, it'll stay in its like huge form for 30 seconds. Is that increased at all? I don't know if it stays longer later on, but probably not. And then they get even more damage. They gain damage and range. So not only does the enemy not have to be like right on top of you, but when you activate it, they can be pretty far away. And as you can see, the range is pretty good on it. My main problem with the skill is that it doesn't hit very fast. I thought it was like Lord of the Deep, you know, second form, but as you can see, it doesn't hit quite as fast. If they could increase the attack speed of this skill, I think that Paladins would move up quite a bit in the ranking system. Or, you know, the DPS charts or whatever. But that's the only problem I have with it, is that it doesn't attack fast enough. Otherwise, really good skill, really good for mobbing and bossing. And that's about it for the Paladin 5th job skills. So, I will see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. And, you know, maybe I'll start doing that thing that people do at the end of their videos, that it's like, oh, don't forget to subscribe and like and whatever other people share. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna start doing that. You guys already know what to do. You guys have been doing it. That's why the channel's gotten, you know, almost 2,000. We're almost at 2,000. Let me stop. Just, I need to end the video. Anyway, big thanks to Miyamura for helping me with the video, because I needed a partner to show off the first 5th job skill. By the way, Divine Echo is the first 5th job skill that you get when you first become 5th job. Just to put that out there. So anyway, yeah, like I said, see you in the next video. Oh goodness, if I leave that whole part in where I... Because, you know, sometimes people forget to sub. Sometimes. So Divine Echo... Oh my god, he almost made me choke on my own spit.